Welcome back to Network Africa. Now, as things stand now, the Naira-dollar exchange rate is about 314 Naira to a dollar. Nigerians had just about enough yesterday and opted to do their own part to make a little difference, no matter how small. In case you didn't notice, the hashtag #BuyNaija to grow the Naira was trending on Twitter. What happened was Nigerians advertised made in Nigeria goods in order to improve the current situation. That's significant indeed, but is it enough? Joining us to answer that and more is financial management consultant Dr. Boniface Chizia. Dr. Chizia, thank you very much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you, Cynthia, for talking to me.
It's a pleasure. Now, this is a significant move by Nigerians indeed, but is the way out actually pushing for patronizing made in Nigeria goods?
What I'm saying is that the way out is to patronize made in Nigeria goods.
Yes.
Yes, I think that we should come to that, because essentially we have this challenge, we have this pressure because we are dependent on a dollar, so we are dependent on the external sector. And so we're doing lots of importation, and we're importing lots of things that we shouldn't be importing. And that's why I have this challenge. And this goes back to the fact that, we've had this easy money from the oil sector, the service sector, that has made us very, not self-reliant. And that's the challenge. I think at the last time, the teaching has come home to roost, and we should begin to be self-reliant. I think that's what this time calls for.
Now, Dr. Chizia, what are your thoughts about the way the Nigerian authorities are handling the situation regarding the Naira?
Well, I didn't get that very well.
What are your thoughts about the way the authorities are handling the current situation of the Naira?
Well, the authorities cannot create dollars. That's the challenge. People have to come to terms with reality. Because the challenge you have is that you have the situation whereby oil has fallen from a rate of about over $100 per barrel to under $30 per barrel, and we're so dependent on it. So there's not much the authorities can do. And then, of course, there are no hanging fruits, which we can pass, in the circumstances. So it's a challenge. I think that we all have to face up to it, to brace up, and hope that, and then be ready to. It's not going to be easy, but hope that.
Dr. Chizia, my final question is this. What more do we need to see to improve what's happening with the Naira besides patronizing made in Nigeria goods?
Well, I think what we have to do is that this we need to do, for instance, if we decide to minimize paying subsidies, for instance, for petroleum importation, which we shouldn't do. But now there are lots of drainage, that goes in that direction. And then, of course, the administration is doing what it should do by trying to plug leakages. And I'm afraid that as we begin to do that, and you begin to get revenues streams, aggregate. For instance, the PSA, we get us about 2.2 billion naira. It's accrued from this. I will say that as we begin to do this, the federal inland revenue services have said that they are up to the task. They are going to try and mobilize about 5 trillion naira in a year. I think that's the way to go. I think that we also have to look at our tax system.
Yes.
There's no reason why, for instance, something like the value-added tax, which is the lowest, within the sub-region, should not be increased.
Dr. Chizia, thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa. We appreciate your time and your input. Thank you very much. Now, you will recall that Kenya made headlines yesterday when news surfaced about the East African countries potentially backing out of the Rio 2016 Olympics due to the fear of contracting the Zika virus. A few hours later, the head of the Kenya Olympic Committee made a statement addressing the news, and here's what he had to say.
Shortly after word had spread regarding Kenya considering not attending Rio 2016 due to the fear of Zika, the head of Kenya's Olympics Committee, Pt.3, took a quick decision to clear the air.
Everything is entirely with the Brazilians to clear those things, and we cannot take any decision not to go there. Kenya is going to go there. Kenya is preparing a team to go there. Also, it is for the International Olympic Committee to take a decision if those things are serious. We want to be in Brazil participating as Kenya and with other teams from the other parts of the world.
As for the United States, it is leaving the decision to attend Rio 2016 in the hands of the athletes and not imposing anything. U.S. health officials stick to existing guidelines regarding the virus, and for now, decision to attend games will be left to individual athletes. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has confirmed that it is not planning to issue any specific recommendations regarding travel following the spread of the Zika virus.
Right now, we have no specific travel recommendations, personal protection prevention, and if you're pregnant or wishing to get pregnant, consult with your specific health authorities on a specific country travel advice.
Now, based on the question of the day which we threw out, that was when we asked you what you thought about Kenya potentially not attending Rio 2016, and our top feedback of the day comes from King Triumph Isira. He says it will surely be a boring Rio 2016 show without the Kenyan athletes marathon race. And as for the other feedback coming from Sheriff Assassin, he says a very unfortunate but rational decision. The winter is our last hope. I think Rio should be suspended, but let's just see what happens depending on the containment of the Zika virus. Thank you so much for your feedback. And here's our question of the day for today. What are your predictions for President Zuma's State of the Nation address tomorrow? Feel free to send us your feedback either via email or Twitter. The address and handle are right there on your screen. Thank you so much for watching Network Africa on Channels Television. I'm Cynthia Are.